Imagine you are sitting at your desk on a Tuesday afternoon. You look at the clock and it is only 2 p.m. You realize you have 30 more years of this. 30 years of asking for permission to go on vacation or hoping the economy does not crash before you hit 65. Most people accept this as the only way to live, but there is a mathematical backdoor that almost no one talks about. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme or a crypto gamble. It is a specific way of using index funds that turns the traditional retirement age into a choice rather than a requirement. You have probably heard people say you need to save 10% of your income. That is the old advice that keeps people working until they're too tired to enjoy their money. To actually break the cycle and retire while you still have your health, you need to understand the 15% rule. Think about a person named Alex. Alex works a normal job, makes a decent salary, and does what everyone else does. Alex puts a little bit into a retirement account and hopes for the best, but every time the market dips, Alex panics. The headlines say the sky is falling, and Alex feels the urge to sell everything or find the next big stock to save the future. This is the trap. The truth is that the wealthiest investors are not the ones finding the needles in the haystack. They are the ones buying the whole haystack. When you buy an index fund, you are not betting on one company. You are betting on the collective ingenuity of the entire economy. If you look at the last 100 years, despite wars, pandemics, and recessions, the market has consistently moved in one direction over the long haul. But just buying the fund is not enough. You have to know how to fuel the engine without burning out. The reason most people fail is not because they chose the wrong fund. It is because they do not have a system that accounts for the hidden taxes of life. Inflation, lifestyle creep, and those unexpected emergencies that always seem to happen at the worst time. This is where the 15% rule changes everything. It is the specific threshold that triggers a compound interest snowball so powerful it can shave decades off your career. Most people think they need to save half their paycheck to retire early, but that is unsustainable for someone with a mortgage or a family. The 15% rule is the sweet spot that balances your life today with a massive exit strategy. To understand why this works, you first have to look at what happens to your money when it is sitting in a standard bank account. It is essentially dying. Every year, inflation eats away at your purchasing power. If your money is not growing faster than the cost of bread and rent, you are moving backward. Index funds solve this by putting your dollars to work in the most profitable companies in the world. You become a silent partner in businesses that are constantly innovating and raising their prices to beat inflation. But there is a catch. If you only invest 10%, you are barely keeping your head above water. If you hit that 15% mark, something almost magical happens to the math. When you move from 10% to 15%, you are not just saving a little more money, you are actually cutting your time to retirement by almost a decade. Think about it this way. If you save 10%, you have to work 9 years to save enough to live for 1 year without working. But when you jump to 15%, the math shifts in your favor so aggressively that the time it takes for your investments to match your salary drops significantly. Most people look at the stock market and see a chaotic mess of red and green numbers, but the 15% rule is about ignoring the noise and focusing on the volume of your contributions. Take a look at someone like Sarah. Sarah is not a high-earning executive. She's a teacher who decided early on that she did not want to be stuck in a classroom until she was 65. She started putting 15% of her paycheck into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. In the beginning, it felt like nothing was happening. Her balance went up and down, and sometimes it even dipped below what she had put in. Her friends were buying new cars and going on expensive trips, and she felt like she was missing out. This is the hardest part of the journey. It's the boring middle where the progress is invisible. But Sarah understood that she was not just buying shares, she was buying her future time. The reason the 15% rule works specifically with index funds is because of the fee structure. If you go to a traditional financial advisor, they might charge you 1 or 2% to manage your money. That sounds small, but over 30 years, that fee can eat up half of your potential wealth. Index funds are essentially free. You are keeping almost every penny of the growth for yourself. When you combine that low cost with a consistent 15% contribution, you create a feedback loop. Your money makes money, and then that new money starts making its own money. This is the snowball effect that most people only read about, but never actually experience because they stop too soon or they don't put enough fuel in the tank. Imagine waking up on a Monday morning and realizing that your portfolio grew more in the last 24 hours than you made in your entire last month of work. That is the moment the 15% rule becomes real. It is not about being a miser or never eating out. It is about making a conscious trade. You're trading a little bit of luxury today for total autonomy tomorrow. Most people think they need to be a genius to master the stock market, but the index fund approach proves that consistency beats intelligence every single time. You do not need to know which company is going to be the next big thing. You just need to be there for the ride while the entire economy grows. But there is a specific danger that ruins this plan for most people right when they are getting close to the finish line. The danger is lifestyle creep. When you start seeing your index funds hit 6 figures, you start to feel rich. You want to buy the nicer car or move into the bigger house because you feel like you have earned it. This is the exact moment most people sabotage their early retirement. They think they have arrived, but they are actually just in the middle of the marathon. If you raise your spending at the same rate your portfolio grows, you're essentially running on a treadmill that is moving faster and faster. You are still working for the money instead of the money working for you. Then there is the psychological warfare of a market crash. Imagine you have worked for 10 years, hitting that 15% rule every single month. You have $500,000 in your account. Suddenly, the news says the economy is collapsing and the market drops 30%. You just lost $150,000 on paper in a few weeks. This is where most people quit. They see the red and they think the system is broken. They pull their money out to save what is left and they lock in those losses forever. But the people who actually retire early do the opposite. They see a crash as a clearance sale. They keep that 15% flowing, buying more shares while they are cheap, knowing that every share they buy now is a massive win for their future self. The 15% rule is not just about the money you put in, it's about the mindset of being an owner rather than a consumer. When you own the index, you own the recovery, you own the growth, you own the future. But even if you do everything right, there is one final piece of the puzzle that separates the people who just have a big bank account from the people who are actually free. It is the exit strategy. You can have all the money in the world, but if you do not know how to actually step away and live off that index fund without ever running out, you are just a rich prisoner of your own career. Most people think the end goal is a specific number, like $1 million. But the truth is, the number is personal, and it's tied to your annual spending. This is where the math of your lifestyle meets the math of the market. It is the moment when your investments generate enough cash to cover your life forever, even if you never work another day. But getting to that point requires a final transition that most people are completely unprepared for. It is the move from accumulation to distribution, and if you get the timing wrong, the whole tower can come crashing down. The final transition is about the 4% rule. This is the mathematical safety net that tells you exactly when you can walk away. If you can live on 4% of your total portfolio each year, you are effectively set for life. The money keeps growing in the background while you pull out just enough to cover your bills, your travel, and your peace of mind. But the real magic is not the bank account balance. It is the moment you wake up and realize that for the first time in your life, your time belongs entirely to you. You are not checking your email for a boss or worrying about a performance review. You are deciding whether to go for a hike, start a passion project, or just sit on a porch because you want to. The 15% rule is the bridge that gets you there. It takes discipline. It takes ignoring the flashing red lights of the stock market. And it takes a commitment to your future self over your current desires. But once you cross that bridge, the view from the other side is worth every single sacrifice. You have successfully bought back your life. And that is the ultimate return on investment.